Hey folks, Bobby Barrick here at the 2014 ICAST show here in Orlando, Florida. I got Tobias Wiegand from Live Target. You're behind the scenes. You're one of the creators of these awesome baits. Now, I've walked this perimeter of this little facility that you have here, and some of the stuff that I'm seeing is mind-blowing. I've never seen anything like this on the market.
Thank you very much.
Talk to me a little bit about what's going on at Live Target behind the scenes.
I'd love to. So, Bobby, thanks for having us and visiting. So, in last year's ICAST, Live Target released the B.A.S.S series, which you're familiar with, I assume, and quite a few models, and it had a huge success. So the concept behind it was that we put several bait fish profiles into one fishing lure, so that giving the angler the possibility that they can fish a smaller hatch rather than always having to go to a larger bait, right? Because the whole concept of Live Target is match the hatch. So this year we have brand new, and I chose these two examples to show you. This year we released the yearling, which is the same concept. It's still part of the B.A.S.S series, so several fish profiles in one fishing lure. And this time it is a smaller hatch size, meaning it's a different time of year that you can use this tool. And we released it in 11 different tools.
Now, I was just walking the table here and I noticed that some of your baits rattle and some of your baits are silent runners. Now, we have a lot of people throughout the country that they're into the silent stuff. They want a lot of rattle, they want a lot of noise. And you have, in fishing, you have a variety of conditions where when it's calm and the wind isn't that, maybe you want a bait that's a little more silent. And if you have real intense conditions, a lot of wind coming from the south, coming from the north, whatever, waves and all that, you want a bait with a lot of presence. And you guys cover all that.
Exactly. So when we do our research and development, we work very closely with our pros, and we get a lot of feedback from them. So you mentioned the silent models, especially on the square bills and the crankbaits. The pros said we would really prefer a silent version. And obviously when you go into the rattle baits, the walking baits, you want that extra noise, and that's what we gave them.
Kind of looking at the topwater baits over there too. I'm a topwater bait guy. I love throwing the frogs. I love throwing any type of stick baits, walking baits, chugger baits, prop baits, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I've never seen a topwater bait like you guys have over there that here's what it just magically showed up, where you've got actual, okay, so if I'm a fish and I see this guy creeping around on the surface, I'm pretty interested in this. I've never seen a topwater bait like this.
And you know what, Bobby, the other cool thing is, I 100% agree with you. So it's always the visual, but what we should never forget about is the action too. And you'll see, once you try one of those, you'll see how easily you can walk these. One of our pros, David Walker, said, especially when you're new to walking baits, and sometimes it might be difficult to actually get them to properly walk, this is so easy that will reflect in your success with actually catching fish, because if it's easy for you, it'll be easier to catch the fish because they see that movement so much better.
And that's, you mentioned David Walker, and David Walker's a phenomenal fisherman. He can catch them in 2 feet of water, he can catch them in 50 feet of water. He's that kind of guy. And you guys at Live Target, when you guys go do your research, and you guys are looking for feedback, it's in-house. You have these kind of guys, David Walker, out there doing the hard work. You develop it, you get it in David's hand, he goes and fishes with it, he comes back and he tells you, I like that, I don't like that, and you fix it.
Yes, so we're really proud about that whole research and development, that it's entirely done in North America. So we have our pros from the US, David Walker, Stephen Browning, David Mercer. We are in very close contact with them, and we develop them, we make the prototypes, we send them to them, they get to test them, we get the feedback, so it's really, really a very close communication with them. It's a lot of fun.
That's great. Folks, Live Target is taking care of a lot of the R&D. All you have to do is go buy the product, and I'm sure that you'll start putting a few more fish in your live well with some of the Live Target stuff coming out in 2015.
100%. Thank you.
Thanks, Tobias.
Thanks.